only reason you feel that way is because like you had Doflamingo's bounty extremely high in your eyes. You have it at like 900 or something like that, don't you?
I feel like
That's that's reasonable though.
for Dofi.
I don't agree.
Where do you think Dofi's would be if it wasn't frozen?
I said it to you before. I think it would have been around the 600, 700.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Why do you
Well,
with
But just
all
because
the
I know he's a big threat. He's a celestial. He knows
right?
secret.
He's
He
an
has the
influence. He's
underground.
dangerous, and that's
I know he's got loads. He's the most. He's labeled the most dangerous of the warlords. You know,
right.
not the strongest, but the most dangerous. Yeah. So
Yes.
he has that whole stigma. You know.
Right.
But I just don't think because it seems like sometimes he favors. Oh, this guy's really strong, so he's going to get 500. But then sometimes he
Right.
favors like danger. Like this guy knows loads of intel. I'm going to give him 800. You know, it's like I don't know how he decides.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, what's Weevil's bounty?
480.
It's a 480 for someone that they claim has the same strength as a young Whitebeard.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of inconsistent.
I think the problem is that people know that the bounties are not just based on strength, but when they
Right.
see the bounty, they still correlate it with strength mainly.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about strength at all when I saw Sabo's bounty.
No, it's the same with me.
But a lot of people do though.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, a lot of people do think about that. I mean, but I think this bounty was more so towards like
His
strength.
position.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know how much of his position is taken into consideration, to be honest.
Well, it must be taken in because did you like? I'll read. Hang on, I've got the panels of like what they say
Yeah,
about
I got the panels.
Sabo all the
Got the
time.
panels.
Yeah, of course. There we got the panel
Whoa,
on me,
you
bro.
got the panels?
We got the panel on me.
Yeah, so,
We already made a collage on Twitter. Like,
so when Sabo wrecks Burgess, they go and let me string off all the quotes and then we can talk about it.
all
He
right.
goes, he knocked one of the 4 Emperor's crew right off his feet. Wow, he must be the number 2 man of the revolutionaries for a reason.
Right.
Up. Then Brooke, when he reads a newspaper, says, the one you said you met on Dressrosa, your other brother, the chief of staff, that's the number 2 man of the revolutionary.
Right.
And we have the fodder when Doflamingo hypes up like on TV screen, like I want you to hunt down these guys inside the bird cage. The fodder go and look at is that big shot from the revolutionaries, the chief of staff. There's another one where Sabo finally reveals his face for the first time, and they go, "That's Sabo, right? What's the revolutionaries' army's number 2 doing here?"
Yeah.
I think there's one more. It's just it's his actual intro. His like intro box is Sabo, revolutionary chief of staff. It's just they hype it up a lot, but then it amounts to 602. Like what?
Yeah,
Oh no, and Fujitora as well. Fujitora goes, "Now you're gone and scared me. I guess you ain't the number 2 of the revolutionaries for nothing." You know?
Exactly. So like with this bounty, this has to be his bounty before Dressrosa, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I would say it is.
Maybe.
So his bounty
But I think his
before-
bounty's fine.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. So when
I
I
can,
think-
I can,
Like
I
the
can
problem
understand.
is
I
like
can
the
understand it.
I
but-
understand.
commanders, like
Yeah.
they threw off the scale because they're like at a billion and crap. I think they're the ones who have too high of bounties.
I think there's a fine. But I think Sabo's bounty before Dressrosa. I think this is pre-Dressrosa, but I think post-Dressrosa, after interacting with Fujitora, after getting the Mara no Mi, after seeing exactly how dangerous Sabo is, I think it definitely should increase. This has to be
when I seen the bounty, I wasn't mad at it, but I can understand why people are like confused because it's like they're not making it clear. Is Sabo like if Dragon dies, is Sabo the leader of the Revolutionary Army, or is it like how Crocodile's army?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Based on this
like-
bounty, I don't think so.
Yeah,
There's no
because
way
if
they
he
think
was, you would think like just off the strength of that,
Right.
if he was legit the number 2, his bounty would be higher because he's just such a valuable asset to the revolutionary organization as a whole.
that.
My
Exactly.
theory is that they don't want to make the bounties too high for the revolutionaries because no one will try to capture them.
What?
Okay, look.
I had to
If you're a
replay it.
Look, let me explain. Like, let's say you're a bounty hunter, right? And you see like Sabo has like a billion bear. You're not gonna want to try to capture him because you're gonna think he's too strong.
I mean, but that's why I'm a bounty hunter, right?
No, you're not going for a billion. You're going for like the 52 millions and crap.
Aren't the CPs like bounty hunters basically?
They're
They were assassins.
agents for the world government.
Not really.
I mean, you two.
I mean, think about it. If you're like, if you see Katakuri walking down the street or something, you're not. Are you gonna like risk your life for the 1 billion?
I guess it
every time?
depends on the level of bounty hunter you are, I suppose. I mean, we haven't seen that many bounty hunters, so it's like we don't know if there's.
Yeah, that's why the bounty thing is all whack to us because we don't really.
Well, but I think the more money you put, the more stupid a person is going to be to try to get that bounty. You know what I'm saying? If it was a less amount of money, they may not do it. But if it's $1 billion, man, I'm gonna risk it to try to get that billion-berry bounty.
Yeah, that's why his is like 600 mil.
Yeah, me and Theory had this conversation before as far as the Yonkos. Do they even need a bounty, or do they need like a poster saying "Catch this nigga if you can"?
No one's gonna catch an emperor.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what value?
Like, imagine
on
someone
the
comes in with Big Mom. Like, yo.
I mean, I don't know. I think with Sabo's bounty, at least, I like you guys been saying. I understand, why it is where it is, but I was expecting it at least 1 billion. Because
see, I wouldn't have been mad at 1 billion either, though. Like if I would have seen it was 1 billion, I wouldn't have been mad at that either.
I mean, yeah, but I think this is pre-Dressrosa, so looking at it that way, it's more understandable because pre-Dressrosa, that should be his first bounty, right?
No. No. Because he was prominent like 2 years ago. Like,
that's true.
Revolutionary, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like the revolutionaries are undercover either. They openly oppose the world government.
I mean, Sabo seems like he's real overt with everything he's doing. Like he's not low key at all. Like if all
I think it's only when it came down to like the Ace Devil Fruit that he became like more overt.
Yeah, exactly.
But before that, he was low key the whole time. But I think when the fruit came into play, he kind of like lost it for a second. But
I mean, if he's that low key, how do people recognize him that way?
Did he do anything Rosa to get like a noticeable bounty bump though?
Because Diamante actually noticed Sabo. He was like, yo, he's from the Revolutionary, right?
Yeah, and even the father did. I just read out like all the different times.
Yeah, the father recognized Sabo. So it's like if somebody's low key, it's like father not going to
even Brooke.
I guess it's just the bounty, bro. The bounties that the government made. If they see the bounty, they're gonna know who Sabo is.
I mean, how many people knew Kuma was a revolutionary?
I don't think anyone did.
No one knows.
Did, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like Kuma was low key as hell.
Wasn't Kuma pretending to be a pirate though?
Yeah, Kuma is a pirate.
That's the difference. Yeah.
He's an ship guy as well. So
yeah, that's the difference.
You got some donations, Brago.
It's a bit different.
Wait, Aura says enough One Piece and more Hunter greatness. Also, Theory, how many panels do you have?
I don't know. It's saying like 5,000 something stupid.
Call it One Piece. Hunter. I saw Yonko posted that it's going on hiatus.
Yeah, hiatus. Yeah.
They say it's supposed to come back
at this point.
It's funny because Mugiwara called that last week, bro, in the stream.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, we expected it. Has it been 10 chapters yet? It hasn't been 10.
It was 10. 10.
It's 10 exactly?
Yeah, 10 exactly.
I mean, he's gonna do 10 every year and then come back every June.
He says he's coming back this year. He's coming back this year.
Yeah, this year. He said probably at the end of this year. Maybe.
Probably like the last week in December or something. But I mean,
now hold your breath.
It's better than just him just disappearing. It's like, it's
better than nothing at least.
Yeah. It's like we don't know when it's gonna come back. So I mean, Hunter, we'll see. But let me see. Mr. Shoreshot says, being the second in command doesn't mean he's the second strongest. Sabo will be the one to fight Akainu. It makes sense in its.
But does it really though?
I don't think so.
I think there's some reps who are stronger. I mean, I think Sabo's the one who's gonna fight Akainu.
I think it has to be Luffy, man.
The thing is, how Luffy was okay with Sabo taking the Mera no Mi. I feel like he's gonna be okay with Sabo, kind of inheriting Ace's world to take down Akainu. I don't feel like he'd have an issue with it if Sabo's like, I got this. I got to use Ace's fire to defeat him. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like at that point Luffy's gonna have a lot bigger fish to fry.
Really, the Fleet Admiral?
Yeah. Here's another one then. It's like, for example, here's something. So Ace's bounty pre-time skip was 550, yeah? So in this scenario, like he escapes Marineford somehow, joins up with Marco, Whitebeard dies and this and that. 2 years later, 550, or does it go up? And if it goes up, what does it go up to?
It depends, right? So if Whitebeard dies, who becomes the captain there?
Marco,
you would think it would be Marco, but it's like Marco seems like he's like content, and he would like want a rare ace to be the next captain, because I think that's what Whitebeard was doing. So say Marco becomes a captain, Ace moves into his position, or they get someone else. If he moves into Marco's position, I think Ace probably gets a higher bounty, and of course Marco does as well. But I mean,
but
personally,
what would it be, Brago? What would Ace go up to?
probably 602.
Probably
600.
Probably 700 mil. I'd say 700
so?
mil.
But here's the thing,
what
if that
else?
was Ace's bounty pre-time skip, then I wouldn't be surprised if this is Sabo's bounty for
Pre-time skip
like,
as well?
Pre-time skip as well, yeah. Like that would make sense.
I'm not sure.
It all factors into a bounty though, like in y'all opinion.
Strand,
Aokiji
dangerous.
said a bunch of things. Let's have a look what he said.
Let's have a look.
He says the amount of the bounty
How do
doesn't
you find them so fast? Holy shit.
It has like
He has the folders, bro.
So he says the amount of the bounty doesn't just reflect the strength of that criminal. There's also the danger level someone poses to the government. That's what contributes to it. And then I think also Jinbei said once the bounty reaches 300 mil, it doesn't normally go up much more after that.
Unless you do something
harder to
crazy,
give up.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's like it just doesn't feel right.
Just looking at Katakuri, it's kind of crazy how he got
He's
that
only
bounty.
21 though.
I don't think age matters. How old is Luffy?
People been saying that.
He's only 19.
If you're older, you've probably done more stuff in your life.
Exactly.
Yeah, you've done more, but I don't think that's
for
like.
example, if Jack's been
Nico
like
Robin had a high bounty when she was a child.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like,
in his
hang on.
40s.
It's like, for example, if Jack was like a beast pirate, let's say 30 years, let's just in this example, yeah, and he kept on going around decimating places for 30 years, I can see why he would get 1 billion.
I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he was 21 and this was his first time ever blowing up a city, I don't think he'd have 1 billion.
And we don't know when Sabo started like showing his feats to the government. It could be at 17, 16. We don't know.
Yeah, I think age matters to a point as far as like accumulation of feats. But I feel like the world government looks at specifically the danger you pose, right? It's like I don't think they're gonna look at he's 22. I don't know if we're gonna put him that high. He's probably
But Braga, we've never seen a bounty go down because someone like Rayleigh, for example, his bounty never went down when he retired. It's still there,
right?
That's
what I'm saying. That's why the age doesn't matter, right? Because it's like Rayleigh's old. He's probably weaker, but they're like, still, fuck it. You're still Rayleigh, bro. You're still gonna maintain that bounty. So I feel like age. I mean, yeah, with the feats and like building up, yeah. But as far as Sabo, if you say this guy is this chief of staff, and you're recognizing,
he might not even be he might not be the second strongest.
No, I don't think he is at all. But as far as like that's what the world government says he is. He says he's like the second in command. Like if somebody's a second in command, you would think that's the next person in charge, right? I mean, who's next up? Right, chief of staff. I mean, who's next up after Dragon? Wouldn't it be Sabo?
I feel like that's who
the first commander or somebody.
That's who Dragon chose as his like successor.
Right. It would seem like Sabo's the successor to Dragon.
But he's gonna be the successor, but that doesn't mean he's the strongest.
Yeah, he's
not.
I don't think.
I feel
like
Ace
Ace wasn't the strongest, stronger than Marco yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. Strength isn't the only thing that the bounties are based off of, though.
Yeah, his position. Even if he's not the strongest, he still holds that position. He's a valuable asset.
And he's somewhat strong. If Fujitora knows how strong he is. Fujitora can.
He didn't do nothing to Fujitora.
What did Fujitora do to him?
Panel scratches.
Was playing around.
Got some scratches on him, bro.
Oh, Fujitora is playing around with that.
And Sabo has scratches on him.
Yep, Fujitora is breathing hard.
He was sweating a lot as well, bro.
When it comes to like a well-known
working at the gym,
right?
When it comes to like a well-known member like Ivankov, who was trusted with, Ivankov, I want you to sneak in, to info down, get captured, whatever, and when the time is right, I want you to get out, right? Someone like that, their bounty, and it's like a well-known revolutionary. Doflamingo recognized him and stuff like that,
Yeah. He's not sending Sabo to impel down, bro. Sabo's too valuable.
But what I mean, but here's what I'm saying is like, this guy was not seen as dangerous enough to be put on level 6. He was only put on level 5, where the bounty is only 100 mil or higher. It's weird. I don't really understand how old is.
I mean, that's why I think that Doflamingo's bounty would be crazy, bro. Because
I think it would be 1 bill, bro. Honestly, bro.
What?
No,
Chill.
no way.
Wait. So you look at the influence that Doflamingo has, right? You can call like Doflamingo's alliance with Kaido. You can view him as like one of Kaido's commanders in a way, and then he's a celestial dragon. I mean, he was Shichibukai. You know his strength. He's been running from the world government for this long, and he's a veteran pirate. You guys talk about building up feats. Doflamingo has done a lot, and is involved in a lot. And his danger he poses, again, knowing stuff. Why would he not be?
I think he would be probably Ace's bounty, like
Knowing stuff.
550? Get the
that whole knowing stuff argument is a dead end though, because when you look at Robin, right? When you look at Robin, she knows so much, yet her bounty is so low. So that
here's the thing. I feel like
it's low compared to what she knows.
Her bounty was low
able to
because she knew things, but what can she do with the things she knows? It's like
she can tell people. They're like the biggest secrets that the whole world government is trying to like stop from getting out there.
The Robin thing is weird because I mean at that point she was still a child, so it's like I'm not sure how many people are going to believe a child saying those things. But Doflamingo's in a position where he can actually do things with the stuff he knows.
Yeah, and so is Robin.
But Robin's not a child anymore, and she's.
She's not.
She can still
knowing things clearly isn't that important.
I thought it was more so not that what she knew, but the ability that she had to know things. Like she can read the poneglyphs. She's the only person that can read the poneglyphs, so that's why she's so dangerous.
Not anymore.
Well, I mean,
it's putting him in confirmed to be able to know how to do this.
No, people with the voice vault things can do it. So
basically, yeah.
And here's another thing as well is that when it comes to the bounties of these people that are threats, I remember I have it on me because I don't collect panels of SBS, but there was one where the question was asked, now that Crocodile is no longer a warlord, he's no longer frozen, what is it? And Oda just doubled it. He made it 162. So what does that say for when the bounties get unfrozen? Like the same with Jinbei. Jinbei is not a warlord anymore, and his bounty was 250 before, and now it's 400 something. We don't know what it is exactly, but it's 400 something.
So Dofi's would be 800.
Yeah,
but Dofi's bounty. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be a little bit hard.
Way like 10 years ago, 10 plus years ago, bro.
Yeah, I mean, so
not 1 billion.
We're handing out 1 billion casually. I don't feel like
is okay?
Like even before Doflamingo.
The crocodile's trash.
You guys know who's bounty is too high?
I'm joking.
We can hear you, Skate.
All right, cool. All right, that's good.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
Bob's bounty is too high.
Here's another weird one as well. Is Cracker's biscuit soldier got a bounty of 800 and something, and that's just a soldier, right? That's crazy to me.
He can do everything in the soldier, bro.
He could turn into a soldier and pretend like he caught him and get the bounty.
Do everything.
People act like because Cracker's in a soldier, that makes him like a totally different person.
Yeah. No, I think his bounty would be the same.
It's not gonna be different, bro. It's not gonna be different. He can do everything he needs to do in that soldier with his real body.
How much different?
But we never saw it.
Maybe 30 mil difference. It's not gonna be that much.
But he's still achieving all the feats though.
Exactly, he's still getting the same feats.
It's just that they can't see. They don't know his true identity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing.
But it's like, for example, it's like for me, it's like if when Doflamingo creates his puppets, right? Let's say his puppets didn't wear glasses, and then his bounty poster was the non-glasses Doflamingo. We would be like, oh well, that bounty doesn't reflect the true Doflamingo that we know.
What, just because he put on glasses, his bounty is stupid.
If somebody says that's trash, bro.
That's stupid.
It's trash.
It's just one of Doflamingo's puppets. How can you know that that's how strong Doflamingo truly is?
Like a nigga look totally different without his glasses on and shit.
No.
That ain't Doflamingo.
The glasses are just so that you can tell the difference. But what I'm saying is like
that's like Hoodie Mellow. That's like Doflamingo without the glasses and shit.
No, but for example, just like forget the classes then. Just when he has the clone, just the clone gets a bounty because no one knows what Doflamingo truly is like. They just see the clone and it gets the 340 mil.
Yo ho
like,
ho!
Well, that
break it down, break it down.
That bounty is only for his clone. It doesn't justify the Doflamingo with birdcage and all that. You know.
I don't agree, theory.
I think it would be.
Every time I hear Grim say "yo ho ho," I gotta take a step back.
Yeah, what's good, Grim?
What's going on, guys?
How are you, bro? You're talking
I don't know. It's up to you what you want the whole Cracker biscuit thing to be.
Oh, y'all talking about the whole the Sabo reveal or whatever?
Yeah, his bounty.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I mean, I think it just reaffirms like my initial thoughts that like Sabo's like in terms of like rank, he's one of the commanders, but in terms of strength, he's like the third strongest, fourth strongest maybe in the army.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I've been saying that.
Me too. I agree.
I've been saying it. People been saying, nah, he's second.
How much stronger do you think Sabo is to Luffy?
I think the bounty's a reflection of that as well.
I don't think he's that much stronger than Luffy.
I feel like-
It might be even.
I think he high diff him.
No, like if you think about it, Brago, like if you were to tell me like before Sabo got his fruit, like that's the gap, I'll be like, okay, but like now that he has his fruit and he has that, he still has that power. Like I don't think it's the case anymore.
I mean, that's probably kind of suggesting that this is probably pre-Dressrosa. But yeah, I think
Another thing then, that Sabo that we see pre-Dressrosa Sabo, right?
yes.
Is he beating Doflamingo on Dressrosa?
Yes.
I think so. To an extreme
Can't
degree,
ask,
no doubt.
can't ask Brago that. Can't ask Brago.
I think a lot of times it comes down to like those like matchup dynamics. Because like for example with the Luffy Sabo thing, I think that like that's a pretty okay matchup for Luffy. He'll lose, but it's a great matchup.
Yeah.
But Doflamingo and Sabo, that's more of an advantage for Flamingo, I think, to an extent. Because we know a Fire Fist doesn't hurt, just doesn't like burn the strings and shit. Flamingo's got diversity as fuck. Like
This is after his fruit. You're talking about before.
Oh shit! But yeah, no. Before then, I still think Sabo will take it, but like it'll be like to the death. Like somebody is dying.
So but after his extreme, before it's to the death.
Why would Luffy lose though?
Lose to who?
Did you see that fighting style coupled with armament hockey?
The Sabo's stronger than him. That's why he lose.
I think Gear 4 would fuck up Sabo though.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't
Based
think so.
on what?
If he fucked up Doflamingo like that, I think he can fuck up Sabo like that.
I agree. It's not to
So
extent.
what do you think Sabo? What diff is Sabo and Doflamingo?
Wait, is this Sabo after Gamma Knife or no?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is it?
What is the difference, bro? Even without the
It's a different.
Gamma Gear 4 was still overpowering Doflamingo.
Without the Gamma Knife? Wait.
Even without the
thing
Gamma
is-
Knife, he would still overpower him.
But still though, bro, like the reason why I tried Flamingo is because like his awakening doesn't like fucking drain him and shit like that, and he still couldn't overwhelm him with his awakening. But like besides that, this nigga could dodge shit, bro. He could maybe like dodge a few punches of Gear 4 and shit. Like,
I don't think so.
Flamingo's-
That shit was
I
too
don't think
He did dodge Gear 4.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like I said, after that whole initial beat down by Luffy Gear 4, the fight still went 20 minutes after that. So,
because Luffy was fucking.
Luffy was not fucking around. He was
Luffy,
trying to
you think
win.
Luffy's fucking around the whole time?
If he would have did that King Kong gun from the beginning,
Also,
he said, here we go again.
Oh, here we go with this shit. Were you saying something?
Did you see what I'm saying here? Like, does it make Burgess?
You need to go
Does this make
choke that dog.
Does
Burgess
this make
is
Burgess
trash.
look even? Does this make Burgess look even worse?
He's always been trash.
No,
No,
I don't
no.
think so. I think Sabo was just impressive. I don't blame Burgess. For
I
being
think
his
even
asshole.
Luffy could beat Burgess.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, Luffy is, but not as easy.
Nah, bro,
Of course not.
I don't think so either, bro.
Why
I
no?
don't think so either.
Who is Luffy gonna beat, bro? Like, y'all niggas serious?
Wait, you don't listen to me.
Come on, dog.
No, Luffy's definitely beating Burgess, bro.
Like, come on.
Nah, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
What's Grim? Stop.
Burgess got like low diff by Sabo.
No,
Can't beat Burgess,
No.
man. Like, come on, dog.
no, man, no.
So
Listen, bro.
Doflamingo can't beat Burgess.
Listen, bro. When you get to such a high level, bro, like matchups, they make a difference in certain occasions, bro.
There is
Like
no
dead
matchup,
ass.
though.
Yeah,
It
yes,
wasn't
there
really
is a
any
matchup.
matchup
matchup.
problem. It was like
Yeah.
There was no
Yes, there
devil. There was
is
no.
a
There
matchup
was no
difference,
devil
bro.
fruit counter. There was no like speed versus strength kind of thing. It was just he murked him. That was it.
where he worked him. He was just faster, stronger, had better hockey, everything.
Yeah.
What is
This
Burgess
nigga with
doing?
his fighting style is affecting Luffy. He's affecting the fuck out of
so
Luffy.
that's not really affecting Rubber Man.
There's just a difference between their fighting styles. That's all it was. Sabo has a different fighting style than fucking Burgess did. He was able to take advantage of certain things. That's all it really was, bro. For us to question Burgess to be fucking weaker than fucking like, nah, bro. Like, there's a reason why he's at the position. There's a reason why he's like
you don't
that.
know his rank. You don't
No,
know.
I
his
agree
position.
with Grim with like he's not weak.
Well, you know he's the
Well,
first.
not weak, but I don't think.
I'm
He's
not
the
saying
commander. There's like 10 commanders.
He's not
Luffy
weak,
can't beat
Luffy
Burgess,
isn't
bro.
weak by any means, though. Like,
I'm just saying in like a serious fight, Grim, like a serious fight between Burgess and Luffy probably would win.
No, I don't. I think he definitely has a chance. Don't get me wrong, he has a chance to win. That's definitely a good fight. I say Burgess like maybe fourth commander level, but he's not like. It's not like Luffy's having a great time.
Losing
who do you think
elite fighter now? Come on, bro.
Who do you think Burgess is gonna fight at the end of the series?
Nigga, is he gonna be there at the end of the
Frankie.
Probably
at the end of the series. He's gonna be dead before then.
No, he's not gonna fight no Sanji.
Frankie.
Okay,
I could see Burgess fighting Luffy first, and then Luffy having to overcome him, and then getting to the main boss of Blackbeard.
Can I ask
It's like
you a
having
question?
in his lobby.
Here's one.
So you're trying to say he's Bruno then?
He's
Bruno.
the Blackbeard Pirate.
Hey, Bruno is a boss.
Since we're all looking at like pre Devil Fruit Sabo, right? If Burgess somehow had got the Marinomi and he became as adept with it as for some reason he was just as good as it as Sabo currently is, like at Dressrosa, would Burgess have beaten Sabo?
No.
Yeah.
No, I still don't think he would be him.
No.
I think that's the main reason I'm trying to point out that like it wasn't because Sabo was like fucking 1,000 times better than him. Is that like there was a technique difference. If you add something to Burgess, it becomes a lot closer a fight. I think Burgess has a chance to win if you give him a Devil Fruit, but Sabo still has the upper hand. It's just a disadvantage thing. Like regardless of what we want to say it,
Sabo and Luffy seems to be a lot larger than we look at it.
I wholeheartedly believe that Sabo can beat Flamingo and beat Luffy
Together?
No.
I mean, I think
No.
I agree. I think Sabo's stronger than both of them, but I don't know if the gap is.
Sabo's definitely
huge.
stronger than both.
I don't think the gap
Luffy's
is
closing it.
as huge as you're making it out to be right now, though.
Maybe that's definitely debatable, bro. Because I understand the perception of what we saw. But like, we literally saw something in the anime. Was showing like Sabo like spanked this nigga, like
pretty much
like a horse and shit. Yeah,
I don't think Sabo's definitely not doing that to Luffy.
In the manga and anime, he spanked them.
Here's another question. Now, when we're looking at the pre-Devil Fruit Sabo, yeah, just the one that turned to Dressrosa, and we see his bounty. I know bounty doesn't reflect all the strength; it could be all sorts of things. But we see people like Jack who are fighting the Dukes for 5 days, and we see Cracker with his crazy biscuits, and Katakuri in his future vision. Is Sabo pre-Devil Fruit a match for any of these commanders?
Is Luffy or Sabo? What did you say?
Sabo. Is Sabo a match for any of these commanders? Pre-Devil Fruit?
Pre-Devil Fruit, yes. Pre-Devil Fruit, yes. I predicted that Sabo was going to be like after the Mirror, like right hand level.
Whoa.
After he masters it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
If you say it like that, then that's fine.
Yeah, after he masters it. But right now, he's probably like third commander.
That's sensible as fuck. That's like the second sensible thing I ever heard from you, bro. I like that. All right.
The second? Okay, cool.
Yeah, bro, what the fuck? Come on.
I gotta go on Brago today.
But no, I think that's where Sabo was. As far as the commanders, I don't think the commanders are that far ahead of Sabo, but I think Sabo is definitely stronger than Luffy.
So Burgess is top 3 in Blackbeard's crew?
No, I don't think so.
No.
This nigga Luffy can't handle this. Come on, bro. This nigga Burgess is like semi-elite fodder, bro. Like his
semi-elite fodder.
Did Burgess even touch Sabo once?
No.
I mean, he touched him. He just didn't do any damage.
He's like a muscle. He's like a muscle head, sneaky, underhanded tactic, trash type fighter, nigga, bro. Like that nigga.
Sneaky, underhanded tactics, trash.
It's like every time we do that Luffy fights, y'all niggas. Like I'll get surprised every time. It's like, nah, Luffy can't beat him. Luffy can't. It's like he keeps getting lower and lower. Like who the fuck can this nigga beat? And y'all
Luffy can beat Burgess.
No, I think Burgess is too far. I think that's too far. I think Luffy's definitely beat him.
Did y'all already discuss the Sandman translation?
The Sandman.
Which one?
Where he spoke about Oda discussing the Shichibukai, how they've elongated the story.
Oh
yeah. Oh.
I really don't think that's a problem because in like a really old SPS, Oda stated that he was already running over time because he expected Crocodile to like just be like the first hurdle and then he was gonna like do something.
What do you guys think about that? I'm making a video on this. I don't want to say too much.
I mean, in the translation that I read, it was mentioning that just adding the Shichibukai, his original plan was a 5-year plan, like we already know. But adding Shichibukai like elongated that. But he was questioning whether he should have changed the number of how many Shichibukai he had, because it didn't say it was a negative point at all, but it was definitely something he wanted to add.
He did say he's regretting it a bit though.
Yeah, he said he regretted it.
Yeah, so I don't I don't know how you guys feel about that. To me, it's probably one of the best parts. I think like I was discussing with some of the guys in my group that like if you would have done it a different manner, like maybe having some of the Shichibukai associated with more Yonkos, like Flamingo was, that could have been an easier transition into the Yonko saga. But as far as we know, what did we get? Like the first time we got interaction with the Yonko was at Fishman Island, like an actual like team interaction or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like
we got one at Marineford and we got one at the start of the series.
They should have been. I think the Shichibukai should have been part of the development of the story. Maybe you had a Shichibukai like sooner, other than Doflamingo, associated with a vice admiral. So we can get more introduction to the vice admirals. You have a Shichibukai that's probably a Logia. I mean, Crocodile's a Logia. But as far as like with the hockey thing, so we can introduce hockey a lot sooner into the story. I feel like that's how they should have been developed, where it's like things didn't drag on too long. And you feel like we're just getting characters just to get characters. Just because you wanted 7, we just get 7.
I just hope Oda don't make the same mistake after releasing the LBS.
An LBS?
The LBS. Nah, because he said that he was planning to have a 5-year or whatever. Yeah, I'm thinking of.
I thought he was trying to troll Oda, calling it LBS.
OBS is the program I'm thinking about. But anyway, because he said that the Yonko, he was like the 5-year plan that Grim was saying. He was like the Yonko was supposed to be like the end in that 5-year, but then he had the Shichibukai. So now we're finally getting to the Yonko. Like, is he gonna just? I hope he doesn't make the same mistake of where he just like instead of having us beat the Yonko, he introduces them. So then that takes up 6 years of the story, but we still don't beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the same mistake you make.
One of them is definitely going down in the saga.
I think one may go down, but it may not be by the hands of the characters we're following.
Yeah, maybe.
Go ahead and say it. It may not be by Luffy. What you want to say, nigga?
Well, wouldn't that be interesting
No,
though? Like to
Luffy's
see somebody
definitely not
else take
taking
down
down
one of the main.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
Wouldn't that be
That's
interesting? Yeah.
The whole Blackbeard and Dragon thing, Blackbeard and Shanks thing plays out that way, because I think 100% he's not going to show that fight. So
it's trash to me. They don't make no sense for Luffy not to take down the Yonko. It just don't make no sense.
So like,
it makes sense to me.
Okay, here's another one then.
Luffy can't even take down Burgess. How you gonna take down him?
Tell her. Don't feed the dragon.
I know.
Do you guys think Luffy's gonna take down Kaido? Not by himself though, but do you think Kaido's gonna fall?
I'm starting to question it. I'm starting to question it, to be honest.
I think he is.
I think he is. I
don't think anyone in One Piece is gonna fall.
Wait.
Right? Apparently.
What?
If they don't take down Big Mom, it makes no sense for them to be able to take down Kaido. If they don't take down even Big Mom.
If Sanji knocks out Big Mom with the cake, is that a feat?
Yeah. No, it's not a feat, but that's Big Mom.
It's not a good feat. It's a feat, but it's not a good one.
No, it's not a fucking
How is it not a good feat?
Not a feat at all.
Because he did it with a cake, bro.
But Sanji's
Come on. Come on.
Wait,
Joy Boy, you cool and all, but that's trash, bro. We don't want to see that.
Ah.
Why are we doing this?
For real.
Brago, all right. I already explained this. If I came over and I tickled somebody to the point that they pass out, am I stronger than them?
I mean, you just have
You might be suspect.
You use strategy, bro.
That's what I'm saying, right? It's not impressive strength-wise, is it?
I mean, but it works.
It works.
Brago, you were the main one saying
it's still a feat. It's still a feat. It's still a feat.
No.
No. What you mean?
No. I agree that baking the cake is not what I wanted, but
no,
Brago be going back.
It's not what I wanted. But
I don't think it's what any of us wanted really.
No, it is not what any of us wanted. But I'm saying like Sanji manages to bake a cake to take down Big Mom. It's like we're still saying.
But here's
Brago, remember when you ate a cake and you passed out?
What about
that's never happened to anybody.
Brago ate cake and he passed out.
If Sanji bakes the cake and Big Mom lets them go because she bakes the cake, that's not trash.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
That will be
if that happens though, would that be trash?
That would be trash, in my opinion.
Oh, we got it on record. You got it on record.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
That would be obvious to most people. Like, for example, think about it. Baking a cake isn't gonna make Big Mom forgive them for stopping the wedding, destroying the whole island, getting rid of Cracker, destroying the Sujusin woods, blowing up the Tama tobacco box, trying to assassinate her, helping, Capone betraying her. It's not gonna fix any of that.
Certain people that theorize think that will, and people that, they think that shit is gonna happen. There's a lot of people saying that that'll be okay if that happens, bro.
It would.
It would be trash.
I
feel like there's two ways, right? There's two ways out, right? From let's say the cake gets baked, she passes out. There's two ways out.
That's trash.
Pudding does something to her memory so that to her it never even happened.
Of course.
But even in that scenario,
even
even in that scenario, the second one has to happen, which is Katakuri wiped. The Smoothie ain't gonna get a memory wiped and stuff like that. They're gonna be like, well, we just saw you try and wreck our entire family. We want you dead. So I feel we have to fight like Katakuri and stuff, beat them, and then we leave after beating them.
It depends on
and that won't work too because Big News Morgan is going to deliver the paper the next day.
I don't know. The thing is with Morgan's, I don't know how much of that is going to be influenced by
Dusty.
By Stissy. You know what I mean? Like as far as like releasing information. So I don't know how much he's going to release. I don't think he's going to release all of it. I don't think
some of it's going to get released, and she's going to know that her wedding.
Morgan doesn't even know.
Is Morgan's going to release some things to kind of make Big Mom look in a bad light?
Here's a question.
Like, Big Mom sucks.
What's good, Wallow?
Okay.
Here's a question. Capone said that what's it? The Mother Caramel picture. It's Big Mom's one weakness, and it's broken. No.
What?
She has an exploitable weakness.
I mean, at this point, the picture's broken.
No, theory, she does have a weakness. Yeah, she does have a weakness. She has an exploitable
weakness?
one.
What's that?
Cake.
Yeah, but you can't hurt her with
her
it. Escape,
devil
you can't. But Escape, even though you can take away her cloud, you can't hurt her with it.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about her devil fruit in general, right? Because it gives people life and consciousness and their own like will and like ability to think and speak, right?
But, why does that matter? You can't kill her.
Well, well, if you can use her fruit against her.
Of course, you can kill her.
But it didn't work.
Oh, hold on. Has anybody addressed
I'm not saying
yet?
that one attack
Why
is
was
gonna
King
work.
Bomb
I'm
able to
saying
resist Big Mom?
Yeah, it's
exactly because they're their own life. They're their own life. I'm saying you can use that against her.
Like
not one homie is
gonna
gonna do that. I'm saying not one homie is gonna do it. I'm saying if you control multiple homies and you turn them against her.
How are you gonna do that?
I don't know.
How are they all going to go
I'm just
against her?
saying that's her weakness is her devil fruit. You can control
No,
it.
her weakness is water. She can't swim.
Okay, but hold on. Hey, Escape, check this out. If like you guys remember the whole like Horcrux idea that we had in the beginning, right? So like, what if let's say that like Zeus, Prometheus, Napoleon, and let's add King Bomb for some reason. They're the ones who like we know can to an extent resist Big Mom's will. The rest of them they can't do that. When Nami had the Viva card and shit, like the homies were like, we can't go against fucking Nami because the soul was in that bitch.
And
So like,
King Bomb too.
yeah. So like, if you like are able to manipulate one of those four sources, are you saying that like you could then manipulate the rest of the homies in turn? Is that the weakness that you're saying?
I'm saying manipulating the homies, if you can do it, is her weakness.
Wait,
but
off-topic question: do you guys think Zeus and Prometheus have bounties?
No, I don't think so. I
This
don't
nigga
think they
King
leave the
of
island. I don't think they leave the island so they can't get a bounty.
This nigga King of Lightning just tweeted talking about that he flexing on people saying that Sabo was gonna have the second highest bounty, like they stupid, but he said Judge was top 5.
No, he never said that apparently.
Yeah, apparently he said he never said that in our
Ain't it like video proof though? I swear I seen this shit.
Yo, he does have video proof. He just denies it.
I remember watching it because I remember the hype on Judge was huge when he got revealed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people try to scale Sanji. You know,
everyone's like, Judge is top 5. Where's Zoro's dad at? Yo, where is he at? I'm like, yo.
watch Zoro's dad. Zoro's dad is gonna be top 5.
I never believed the Germans were strong.
He's gonna be so fodder to watch.
No, he's gonna be like a farmer. Like just
I doubt it.
Like, because everybody knows who the Roanoas are. Nobody just gives a fuck.
I remember, like, there was just hype on the Vince in general, other than Jonji. Everyone's like, yo, Ichiji's going to be the final villain of the arc.
Yeah,
you know?
The only reason is because they destroyed a country, but everybody can destroy a country. People don't understand that.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of weak countries.
Bobbins destroyed a country.
A lot of people.
What is that supposed to mean? Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
What's
I think Fury's trying to say Bobbin is really Snack.
Nah. Okay, hold up.
Bobbin might be Snack actually.
You got any snacks, Big Mom?
Hold on. No,
Yeah, but Theory, if he was Snack, he would have the snacks already, bro.
Dude.
Or maybe that's his thing. Maybe that's like his thing. That's why they call him Snack. You know, he just eats things.
Well, here's what I mean. Like, here's a question then about that, right? When it comes to like when it comes to the commanders, right? With the Snack, right? Snack is already at a base stronger than like Paris, Sparrow, Oven, and all that lot, right? Because it is a commander that's role based in strength, supposedly. Yeah. And if we turned up to this island and Luffy had to fight Snack, not Aruj, but Luffy had to do it and got through it, do you reckon Or do you reckon it would have been the same? Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Luffy wiped out Snack and then had to leave. And then Aruj turns up to the Seducing Woods and has to fight Cracker like Luffy did. Well, he's at 100% HP. How does it? Yeah, how does it go?
We don't know enough about Aruj to really say.
Hold on, wait. Is Nami there with water?
Yeah, go. If you want.
Nami's there with water? Yeah.
If Nami's there with water, then yes. But if not, then no.
After fighting Snack?
No. There's 100%. Already got rid of.
But we don't know Aruj's ability, right?
No, he has. We
know a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Karma know me, bro.
Yeah, revenge karma.
Basically, that's when he takes damage.
I'm surprised Gabe hasn't said anything.
Because I really think I really think people sleep on what Aruj did. Because he took out someone that's stronger than all those other children, other than Daifuku, right? And then had to fight another strong dude. I don't expect you. I don't expect you to win. I'm like, what?
Well, he wasn't supposed to win. Yeah. If he'd have win, I think he'd already be the Pirate King, bro.
What you mean? He's on his way to Raftel right now.
That's true. My fault.
He took the opponent with rubbing from Snack, and he did.
I wouldn't expect Luffy to beat Cracker and then beat Katakuri the next person. Like, I just don't.
Wait, what bounty do you guys think Snack had? Like 700 million?
600.
600.
He's just trying to lower the shit now.
105.
I'm kind of glad Pharaoh said 700, but you guys go and say it's 600.
603.
603.
Like Bob.
Whatever Bobbins is, that's what it is.
It's even possible he had the second highest bounty. It's even possible. That's possible.
You think
Snack?
Yeah, it's possible. Like he could have been the true right hand man. Who knows?
He could have been the guy who actually left the island a lot of times.
He tries to find every angle to just outplay Katakuri.
Because he got taken out. No, I said he was behind Katakuri. I didn't say he was above.
Yeah,
dude, that's what I'm saying. Theory is like he could be the true right.
Yeah, but he could be. Like it's the same with Moscato, the guy that got killed at the start of the
Hey, bro, tighten up with Strucy Poo.
He was the bravest of the children.
Moscato is a hero.
Moscato was the only child, brave enough to face off the Big Mom, right? Even though he was scared, he got killed. He could have been the true right hand, man.
He's brave enough to face her, but scared enough to get his road taken.
Hey, Smoothie straight ran away, so
he's smart.
She's like, where is Smoothie?
She's attacking the Germa.
Doing nothing. No, she's not attacking.
I don't know what
she's chilling.
She's not doing anything.
She hasn't done anything all hard. If she even lifts her finger next chapter, I'm gonna be like, yo, oh my god, Smoothie, top tier, oh my god, you deserve that bounty. But like, she hasn't
making the smoothies and for it to be.
I think it's funny though. Like I remember, like at the tea party, like just seeing her walk somewhere, everyone was hyping out because we thought she was gonna do something.
Yeah. You talking about that chapter when they're walking up to the Big Father?
Yeah.
Did she had her sword out? Yeah, man.
Yeah, was like, oh my god.
Whenever she was like wiping off the poison from Reiju, people were like, yo, Reiju versus freaking Smoothie. I was like, it's not happening. I knew it would happen.
It didn't happen. I mean, that was crazy. I mean,
false hype, bro.
That hyped up Reiju, then he just went away like next chapter.
Did they really hype up Reiju? She got shot by a pistol and died.
I mean, the thing is, they also said she kind of lost her will to live, though. Like she didn't have any will to really live. So it's like she kind of gave herself up. In a way.
Come on.
When putting a tactic, no.
All the Germa are trash.
No.
Only judge is trash.
That's all I know.
What?
You see what you just said, Brago? Like that's why when everybody be like, "Oh, Kaido, he got captured this amount of times and lost this," man, I don't want to hear that, bro. The man he wants to die, so he got captured to see if people could kill him.
Yeah,
and he want to see who can do it.
So you see,
it's a hobby.
So basically, what you're trying to tell me is that Reiju is Kaido.
Possibly.
No, Reiju was
I went off on a different tangent real quick, bro. You feel me?
But I don't think Reiju was like. I don't think she was at the point where she's like actually like if she was getting shot. I don't feel like she would try to block it or do anything. It's like she wanted to die.
She didn't want to die at that moment.
I mean, but she wanted to die.
No. She
said she wanted to die with her siblings.
No, that was after she found out.
She said they deserved to die for everything they did.
And she was going to go with them.
No, that was after Pudding did that, though.
I mean, yeah.
Like Pudding put her in the hospital when she wanted to live.
Right, but how much did her like will to live change?
Why'd you have to make it sound like that though?
That's what happened. Like putting her up, she went to the hospital.
How much did her will to live change after that? She had already gone through the experiences with her family. Like that already happened. So that's.
But she literally crawled for help after she got shot. If she wanted to die, she was bleed out.
Not like she was shot. What helps when she was
That's the
Get shot. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Just stay,
crawl, nigga.
just fall.
I said she crawled. Like she was crawling on the wall looking for help.
She was standing up. She was standing up. Like what the fuck?
She was trying to get away from pudding. Stop.
But your boy Ichiji got
she got 1v1 by Nitro the Jelly. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Ichiji got one panel.
I saw Fish coming out moving. She saw
That's versus Gatakuri though. So.
Okay, then here's a change of topic with like Kaido,
think you just said Gatakuri,
right? Like when it comes to the whole definition of
wait, Grim, how many people in One Piece can tell the future, bro?
Did you say?
Let me tell you something. Hold on.
Did you say Strucy Poo?
He did say Strucy Poo.
Bro. When they tell you that Big Mom and Owen was supposed to die from a fall, this nigga didn't die from that fall, bro. Don't tell me he ain't a tank. He a tank,
Big Mom.
I'm not calling that nigga Strucy.
Everybody was supposed to die from that fall, bro. Everybody was, and this nigga just like, oh damn, I'm hurt. This but a scratch. This nigga was like,
he's out for 3 days.
He's out for days. This nigga Struson's gonna retire, bro. He's done.
That nigga on injured reserve, nigga.
He's done, bro. He's done for the season.
It's true that Grim. That's a durability feat, I guess.
exactly, bro. I don't want to hear that, bro. And then he turns an entire city's worth of cake into cake, bro. That's raw as hell.
Whoa,
bro!
It's incredible.
He was apparently Mihawk level.
They said that the previous world's best swordsman was Struson.
So, yeah,
who said that?
Where?
You mean previous? No, he's still stronger.
But you think Struson's stronger than Mihawk?
That's what people thought back then.
Why would that not be the case, bro?
Why would that be the case?
Okay, let me ask you a question. If Kaido was sitting there falling asleep, right? No arm in hockey, just falling asleep, and Sugar walked up to him, would he turn into a toy?
Yeah.
Okay, so if Struson can cut and turn things into food, and he walks up to his sword,
hold on. How would that not work?
Is that shit not turning into food?
No,
that shit's turning into food.
He does Mihawk's blade to a sausage.
Your shit is why is it that? That shit is relying on a lot of sneaking.
Yeah, and that's assuming.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean sneaking?
That's assuming Sugar can handle his.
You gotta catch Mihawk napping around his sword.
What? No. We saw this nigga cut a tree and turn it into steak. So if he clashes swords with Mihawk, that's just getting turned into steak, and he can cut that shit. No sword. He has a steak sword that's just getting ate, nigga.
Bro, if Mihawk let his sword get turned to steak, then he is trash, bro.
Why would that be trash, bro? That's how
why
it works,
does everybody hype up this Struson shit?
I don't know, bro. Grim is like, bro. Of this, and I don't.
If he's so strong as people say, why was he a failed pirate and needed to manipulate Big Mom?
He was a failed pirate chef. It was because he was a bad chef.
Who had
sex with
that's what a failed pirate.
A failed pirate,
not pirate chef.
Child.
He was a failed chef, man.
No, it said failed pirate.
You don't think,
bro? What does that have to do with his strength?
Oh my god!
Struson, if he was so strong, then how the hell did he?
And as a matter of fact, what does that have to do with Struson right now?
Why are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
I don't even talk about Struson.
I don't even know why we're talking about Struson.
Hey, just about him up, bro. Just don't tell me his feet are not there, bro. They clearly showed his feet. He turned something else.
His feet are there.
Yeah, he turned something else in a second.
He's not fucking with Mihawk, bro.
It's irrelevant anyway because we all know Struson's bounty is 602. So.
Yeah.
I think it's theory. You've gone too far. It's 601.
He turned cake into cake. He turned a different type of cake into a sponge cake, and that's like.
He turned it like the island, though.
That's not the feat. That's not the feat.
That's not the feat. What's the feat?
The feat is that he turned something the size of a city to something else.
Okay, that means he got good mastery of his devil fruit. Don't mean he's fucking with Mihawk.
Yeah, I said this all the time. Perospero has
what do you mean? Do you think nobody could like block Mihawk's sword or put their sword up?
Perospero has great mastery, right? Perospero has great mastery, but I don't think he's stronger than Oven or Daifuku.
That has nothing to do with the matchup, bro. All I'm saying is that if Mihawk swung his sword at Struson and he was able to block it, his sword is getting turned into fucking steak.
All right, then he just sends a flying flash. All right, Struson is dead. It's over.
I don't. Maybe that could be.
He turned to
That's your
spaghetti.
own
Slash, bro.
belief.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, no, because this nigga, maybe, no, let me not say that. Let me not say that.
He's about to go
All I'm
off
saying,
the
bro, is that the situation I put up, there's no flaw in that situation. You're just saying, oh, it's Mihawk, Same usual bullshit. That doesn't mean anything to me, bro.
But it is Mihawk, though.
Grim, you know
What
how I
it is
feel
me.
about
What does that?
Mihawk,
What does that
bro.
have to do with the situation, bro? I told you if he blocks the sword, he can turn the sword into steak or food, and then he doesn't have a sword. And then Mihawk saw the sword.
Mihawk,
What is he
so-
really?
Can't like cut the thing.
That simple, Grim.
Mihawk could just use his
That
hot
simple.
Drusen over Shanks?
Brago,
We use it
Brago,
hockey.
I'm not saying that's the resolution of the fight. I'm saying if that scenario were to occur where Struzan was able to block his sword or touch his sword
But
and
it's
turn it
never
into
happening.
food,
You know that would happen.
you can say it's never happened, but it's not implausible. That could definitely happen in a
It's
fight.
literally impossible
Why?
because Truson is trash.
No, it's not impossible.
There you go, Brago.
I thought he was about
The
to get
nigga was falling from high as hell and was able to be quick enough to think to stab some shit that was falling away from him and then stab that shit, turn it into something else in less than a second. Less than a second and save
But it was
everybody.
cake, though. It wasn't like it was a person.
Yeah.
It was cake.
It wasn't
Bro,
moving.
why are
It
you
was just
making it like? Are you questioning the durability of the chateau, bro? Why was it standing? Why was it standing,
wasn't
holding
standing, it
up
was
Big
full.
Mom and several people? Why was it doing that then? If it's a
But it's
weak, if
still
it's
food,
just cake, why weren't they falling through it?
Still, no, that's not a fucking. It's not a.
Oh, bro,
Nigga,
don't tell. Oh, it's Mihawk. He can't. Oh, Shanks tighten up, nigga. Fuck out of here, bro. I don't want to hear that.
It
So
is
Shanks
Mihawk.
would lose to him too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like come on, fam.
Everybody apparently.
Y'all just got in the verse. I mean, the verse.
Look, bro, I'm not gonna say that fucking Struzan can beat Mihawk, bro, because that's far fetched to a certain extent. But don't fucking tell me that Mihawk's fucking overwhelming every nigga that he sees with the sword.
He's
Bro.
overwhelming Struzan.
We didn't say
No, not
that.
every
All right,
nigga, but
all right,
Struzan
so Fuji is on that list too, right?
right.
A list of people who can beat Mihawk.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying
to compete with.
that Struzan could turn, that he could turn
Exactly.
his sword into a
If
steak.
Struzan maneuvers
Without
through
a
the
doubt,
gravity,
that's a physical concept. That's not something that changes it. Well, whoever. That's why I mentioned Kaido and Sugar. Kaido's obviously several times better than Sugar in every aspect. But if he's sitting there sleeping, defenseless, and she touches him, yes, he's being turned into a toy. That's how the fruit works.
Well, we seen what happened
How
when
do
you
you-
up on Big Mom when she was sleeping, nigga. Don't just sleep on a Yonko.
yeah.
No, like it wasn't like someone with a devil fruit touching them, and where the devil fruit does a certain thing. That's different.
Well, this is another thing. Like when it comes to because you're talking about titles and strength and the swordsman here, yeah. With Kaido, living creature title, it's not really clearly defined what it is because we got his stats. You know, we know he lost. We know he's been captured, but he's still the strongest. What is it that they're calling strong? What do they mean?
Overall dominance in the fight.
He's the strongest. What do you
No,
mean?
but it might. But here's what I think it might be. For example, you know how they hyped up that he can't be killed, right? For example, if there's a death match, because we saw how strong Big Mom is, and we know how strong Shanks and Blackbeard are going to be, probably, yeah. Like in a death match, so there's two individuals in an arena. It's not anyone from One Piece. It's just people, yeah. And they can't leave until one of the people is dead. There's two people. One of them is really crazy strong, got crazy magic powers, you know, blah blah blah, and the other person's hella weak, but you just can't kill him. That. Who are you going to place your money on to win in the death match?
Well, the nigga you can't be killed is fighting to the
Exactly.
death.
So I think it's for Kaido. Like, yeah, I feel like he's not weak. I think he's going to be incredibly strong, but it doesn't mean he's the strongest amongst the young players. He can't be killed.
But hold on, that's not what his title says. It says in a one-on-one you have to bet on him.
Yeah, but in a one-on-one, you bet on the weak, invincible.
No,
guy
hold
too.
on. But
Nah,
read the
whoever
rest
bet
of
on
the quote.
Kaido every time.
Read the rest of the
Kill
quote. The rest of the quote says that's what they say, or so that's what they say. That's what the rest of the quote says.
Yeah. So who's they?
Where did it say that?
The ominous
guy that thought
day,
Aokiji was
ominous
dead.
day, nigga.
They don't want you to be happy.
Every Zoan in the verse says that.
I hate it when
It says, no.
Val just said in the chat that like I'm reading too much into it. What am I supposed to do when I read a series?
Not read it apparently.
See,
Theory. I like what you do because like instead of looking at the denotative meaning of world's strongest, you look at the connotation, like everything that surrounds it, right?
Yeah.
No one usually does that with like Mihawk's title, Dragon's title, Whitebeard's title. They don't really do that.
What do I do every day?
Those Mihawk versus Shanks arguments can turn pretty toxic.
It shouldn't, because everybody knows Mihawk over Shanks. I mean,
No, it's not though.
We're literally split in this stream on that.
That's facts though.
Yeah,
Brago, what do you think? Brago, what do you think?
I think it's Shanks all day.
All right, cool. That's all I need to know.
I mean,
So
like if you were to tell me, like,
is Mihawk's bounty going to be revealed to be 600?
Wait, Brago, who's the strongest swordsman?
Who's the strongest swordsman? Mihawk.
Yeah.
Fujitora.
What's Shanks?
Shanks is a pirate.
A pirate.
No, what's his fighting style?
Hold on. Let me ask you something.
Mihawk's the pirate, exactly. I said, what's the fighting style, bro?
What is Shanks? A Yonko, right? One of the 4 strongest pirates, right? Right. Mihawk's a pirate, so like.
No, that's not what the quote said.
Oh, now it's all right. No. Hold on. Let me ask you. Wait. Let me ask you a question. If Shanks walks up to Vista, would he tell Vista, "Hey, let's finish this fight later on," or would he run through Vista?
I don't think Vista. I don't think Vista.
Hold on, Grim. Before you,
bro. I don't think.
Hold on. I need to drop one more fact about Shanks. I want to drop one more fact about Shanks. No. Let me drop one more fact about Shanks. Shanks is like one of the most peaceful dudes in the verse, bro. He won't fight anybody unless you fuck with his friends. So he probably doesn't even give a fuck about the title. He doesn't want people coming up and challenging him. So I'm just gonna lay that out there.
Mihawk just spared that nigga Vista. Like I like.
Hey, that sounds like an awful lot.
Wait, let's not throw Vista away like he's father though. Vista is
he's a commander.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask y'all something.
Let me ask y'all something. That's not what I. Go ahead.
Okay. Who y'all think is stronger, Marco or Vista?
Oh, Marco.
Vista.
And Shanks asked Marco. And Shanks asked Marco casually.
Mihawk was about to kill Luffy, and then like Marco didn't go over here and stop himself. He's like, "Yo, Vista, you go take care of that."
Yo, are you right?
All right, but back to what I was saying. Fuck but anyway, you feel me? But like, yeah, okay. So everybody think Marco's stronger than Vista, right?
No,
except for Double X.
Bro, come on, Double X, bro. We ain't even counting you right now.
Hey, just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah, you ignore him. Remember,
in a fight, Marco wins because of fruit.
Shanks casually asked that boy Marco, "Hey, you want to join my crew?" Like he was a lackey. You know what I'm saying? What does that tell you? He sees him not on the same level as someone like Whitebeard.
Well, of course, Marco's not on the same level as Whitebeard, but he's
and Shanks is.
We're gonna talk about Whitebeard now. I can bring up some more facts and some more feats, yo. You know, Shanks and Whitebeard clash right very equally, and they were rumbling the heavens. So they said, right? Mihawk during the war, when he wanted to test himself against Whitebeard, he couldn't even reach him. So like, what is that?
Because he was way further than where Shanks was. What are you talking about?
You say wait, what?
He was way further. He had
remember in the war?
Wait, Mihawk was way
further. In the war?
Yeah, the Whitebeard. Shanks was right
damn, bro. You so strong, I can't beat you right now. Hey, let's fight later. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
What happened to Shanks' hand?
Arm?
Come on. He gave it away.
Let's not do that. That's the whole concept.
That's how you know. That's how you know, bro. When they have to bring up that, it's like it's over.
That's the concept of One Piece. Like that's why One Piece is what it is now. Like that's the sacrifice Shanks made. How can we bring that up?
That's what you guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Using low ball feeds. You guys are trying to use low ball feeds.
No, we can kind of bring it up because, like, if, for example, if Kaido and Big Mom even tried to, let's say, like Luffy, I'm going to give him my arm. It wouldn't even work because they can't lose an arm to a Sea King.
Hey, let me ask you something.
That's not necessarily true.
All right. Remember Marineford? Did Shanks come with his whole fleet, or he just came with his main crew?
He came with his
main. He came with main crew or fleet?
True, bro. I think he only had one ship with him.
That's all he needed.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Did he have a whole fleet? I don't think he has a fleet.
Shanks doesn't need a fleet, bro.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I think it was just main crew, because that's all who they put the emphasis on, main crew. So you feel me? But all right, in the same sense, when he got there, bro, he was calling out from the Admirals to Blackbeard, like, bro, if y'all want to keep fighting, y'all can fight us.
Yeah.
Everybody went home. You feel me?
Yeah.
When Goku told Akiana to go home.
Because Aro and Aokiji ignored him.
They would have fought.
Yeah.
The Admirals would have kept on fighting.
But what's the point now? What are we talking about? What's the point? What's going on?
The point is
Mike,
that
I'm
Mihawk
trying to
is
say
not on their level.
Mihawk is
bro.
trash.
No,
Bro,
we're not saying he's trash. He's
Mihawk
not on their level, bro.
Mihawk didn't even want to fight that.
Nah, he is on
I'm
their
not
level.
saying Mihawk is trash. I'm just saying he couldn't hit pre-time skip Luffy at all. That's all I'm saying, bro. Come on.
See, this is what I mean. You just complaining about.
What you mean?
For the discussion, hang on.
You just complain about me using the Sea King, but now you're saying he can't beat hit pre-time skip Luffy. You just using low ball feet.
You know, in the Yonko crews and the revolutionaries, they have their commanders or whatever, and we keep on seeing that perhaps, like, you know, Jack got beat by Fuji and Sengoku and that, and you know, blah blah blah. The commanders might not be admiral level. How do you think, like, get rid of the warlords? How do you think one, like, just team of people, whether it's the revolutionaries or a Yonko crew or one of the super, how are they ever supposed to take on 3 admirals and a fleet admiral? I don't really understand how that's fair.
Y'all won't let them do it because y'all want
bake them a cake.
Get them a feet.
Poison in it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna beat anybody.
Bonnie's above them all because he knows how to bake a good cake.
Yeah, this shit is trash. I don't know. I don't think it can get. I don't think the chapter tomorrow can get any worse, bro. Like, I think the cake is bottom.
Okay, so for
Don't
example,
worry,
you know
Dustin,
how Fujitora, he's hunting us down right now, because he's not allowed back to any of the Navy HQs, right? Let's say he finds us after Wano, like on the next island. He like hunts it. He's like, "Yo, I've come for your head, straw hat." Can the straw hats? Is it going to be another Sabodi where we get split up again?
No.
Or would we be able to beat him?
No.
Listen, all the straws together can beat Fujitora.
I just hope the straw has died so we can go to Arouge. Because honestly, I'm tired of this nonsense, bro. We just need to see Arouge again. Like,
bro, if that shit happens, I don't want to hear nobody saying, "Oh, we can't be mad at that because One Piece is being consistent." No, bro, that's trash.
What if they team up to beat Fuji?
No, if they can't beat
have
Fuji.
another Sabota.
Yeah, I don't think the whole team could beat Fuji, bro. I don't think they're ready for that shit.
You don't need the whole team. All you need is
can the entire crew beat an admiral?
You don't need the
I
whole
don't
team.
think so.
Probably not. Probably not.
You just need
I don't
Luffy,
think
that's all
so.
you need.
Right now, I'm not sure. After Wano, they definitely gonna beat him.
After
Okay,
Wano,
I can agree with that.
after Wano, I don't know about. I don't know about definitely after Wano.
Definitely.
Yeah, come on now. Y'all talking about them after one.
So let me get this straight.
Wait.
The 4 individuals who we haven't
Kaido.
seen them try, besides one of them, now the Straws can beat them.
It
The
shouldn't take
4
the whole
niggas
What do you
who
mean
literally
one
every single
What do you mean we
person in the
haven't seen them
series,
try?
every single person in the series cannot beat them. Not one person in the series that we know besides a Yonko can beat these niggas individually. But now the Straw had some new pirates who half of them don't even have hockey, them grouping up together enough to beat somebody who you haven't even seen the full extent of. Not one of those admirals have we seen the full extent of, and we can beat them all of a sudden?
Yeah.
What do you mean we haven't seen? So
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. I'm saying they're gonna beat them at the end of the day.
I don't know.
Especially if it's all 10 of them.
That's trash.
Because honestly, the monsters are the only ones who can keep up with any of the things. Like, they're too fast, they're too strong, like they're too overwhelming, like their hockey and everything.
I think.
Yeah, there's no real.
Straws
Like,
cannot
it's
be
not
that.
like it's not like Crackers.
Like Nami, Robin, Brooke, Frankie,
some
Chopper, they're getting blitzed instantly.
The X
They're not gonna get
Factor-
blitzed with Luffy.
Though.
They're not gonna get blitzed with Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji standing right there.
The X
They're
Factor
gonna
is
help-
Luffy though, and
They
Luffy,
can help.
I'm
to
saying
find
if
the,
Kizaru has a light speed double fruit, I don't think a lot of them are getting like, you know, getting up after getting hit. Like, I
Hey,
don't.
Brago, that nigga Matt won in this shit.
I said,
I don't know if you seen. Oh, okay.
I'm about to end this. I gotta go to my draft. I'm streaming again later, so we can talk about it further.
Don't lie, nigga. Don't lie.
Not for real. I am.
Not for real.
I'm doing predictions later. For
Another
Prediction
draft.
stream.
I thought you don't do predictions when spoilers already up.
No, I do them when they're out. Just anybody who spoils gets banned. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done it before. But so probably in like 2 hours. But yeah, I'm about to do this draft. I like to stream people. 2 hours. I'm gonna get
Big
popping
ball
again.
brain. Shout
Look, bro, I'm just saying, don't tell me when Vista stops this nigga that, oh, he's the strongest in the verse. Oh, Shanks tighten up. Nah,
Can we
bitch
get
ass
600?
nigga.
Can we get
I'm saying, how you lose your hand to a Sea King that Luffy beat?
603 million likes, guys. Come on.
603 million likes.
Yes.
Hold on, I gotta read the donations. I missed donations. Hold up. But I send Matt the link so you can jump in.
Brago, donate to Harvey, bro.
Oh, that's done.
More
I like.
Hey, if you guys live in Texas, be careful, yo. Like, honest.
Isn't Steve-O there? Isn't Steve-O
Yeah.
close to it?
Me and Steve are in
It's fine.
Texas, but he's not that close to the.
I mean, that shit is crazy, scary, bro. It's scary when you look at it. Like, that could be any of us. You know what I mean? And it's like seeing people abandon their homes, like just living in.
Yeah, material things mean nothing no more.
That shows it. That shows it. It shows exactly what it means, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But see, it's so sad that this is the only time when you see humans actually
come together and shit.
What this be like? Nobody looking at nothing like that. Areas out here trying to actually help each other.
Is he lagging for you?
But what I don't like, bro, is I don't like how people expect celebrities to like they got to tweet about this shit like that shit is gonna fix everything because they sent out a tweet.
Yeah, I want to see. Well, the celebrities, I'm seeing some of them. They're actually doing stuff. So,
a lot of them. JJ Watt, a real one.
I mean, I gotta shout this out, bro. Steve on his Instagram, he's like put up like 50 posts by now of like a bunch of like help signs to the people that are around him and shit if they still have social media or whatever. So to that extent, I see that working. Like this nigga's literally trying to reach out to niggas who can actually do something about it in this area so that they can help.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, shout out to Steve-O. Like the stream people. Wait, the super chat. Hey, shout out to Wilder. Wilder said, the government not putting everything. The government is not putting everything Sabo does in the news. He's a revolutionary. They don't want more people joining the cause.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Yo, what's good, Matt?
I don't know if y'all can hear me or not.
Boogie
Wagga, we can hear you, bro. I'm just about to end it, bro.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
I'm having another stream later though. You gotta jump in.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
You gonna be high?
Nah, man. If I'm not already.
That's true. That's a good point. Wait, I'm just reading the donations now. I'm ended, but they said Luffy's beating Burgess hands down. And whose dog is that?
Real shit.
Yo, y'all were tripping. I didn't hear what like sparked it, but y'all think that the Straw Hats could be the Admiral?
No. Slap these niggas, Matt.
I don't think so.
No, they're saying like after Wano, if Fujitora shows up, are they separated? And I'm like, no, they're gonna beat Fujitora.
No,
like if all
bro,
10 of them
listen.
teamed up after Wano.
Oh my. Yo, it's gonna take about however much captains, because we already know it's gonna be some Power Ranger shit to take down fucking Kaido. 1v5, bro. You feel me? And they're all, and it's most likely gonna be all captains.
Devil Egg. I don't know if Luffy's gonna have Gear 5th and doing Gomu Gomu no Fade or any of that nonsense. No, I don't know if he's gonna be doing any of that. But if he does, I'll give you the W. Right now, I'm gonna say no. He's not. They're not beating Fuji.
I'm saying after Wano.
They're not beating.
After Wano, yes.
You're not saying now.
They're still not beating him after Wano.
No, I think they're gonna get like a Ernest Lobby power up at Wano. They're gonna.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like Gear 5, Gomu Gomu no Fade.
Yes, all them together. Yeah, I think they're gonna beat him.
Bro, the problem is
we've
that
never
you're
seen
scaling something that you
go
don't
all
know,
out.
man.
We've never seen one go all out.
What was it? What were they doing in the war?
Oh my God!
Hey, Kizaru was going all out, huh? Kizaru was going balls to the wall, huh? Yeah, he was, huh? Yeah, no.
So what was it? Akina was just getting good.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was, because he said it. He literally said it. Don't fucking tell me that bullshit. When a nigga says some shit, bro. Oh, my blade knows no restraint.
What is being said? What is being said? Oh, is Grim on about Mihawk going all out at Marineford?
No. Hey, man. Look, we ain't finna hop into the Mihawk bullshit, bro.
No, we talking about
the other guy.
The other guy was saying, "Yo, Grim, let me get this, bro, because it was me who said that, bro." He's trying to say that the Admirals was going all out in Marineford. No, if they were going all out, we would have seen magma everywhere, like it was on Punk Hazard.
There was magma
everywhere. That took 10 days to do.
Yeah, but that's my point. If it took 10 days to do that, they did not go all out.
They weren't there for 10 days.
It wasn't 10 days. So
no. Wait a second. We don't know how long that it took for the island to transform.
But regardless,
but it wasn't like one attack.
But that's what I'm saying. Regardless, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't. But I mean, they weren't going all out at Marineford. Like,
so you think this dude was getting his ass beat by Whitebeard not going all out?
Exactly.
Well, no. Come on. Hold on. See, it's okay.
Wait, hold on.
Black and white. You guys are thinking about it too black and white.
Hold on.
Grim. Hold on. Let me speak.
Can I talk? Like, no. Just let me say something. As far as this goes with Marineford, I don't know how many times like we really have to go over this, But can we all agree that everyone was nerfed at Marineford? I mean, it's obvious. Look at Doflamingo. Doflamingo was pulling tricks out of his bag, out of his hat, compared to Dressrosa versus Marineford. So with that being said, no, I'm not saying that Akainu wasn't going, or I'm not trying to say that Akainu was just taking the ass beating and it just like, you know, and him being like, oh, you know, whatever. He wasn't going all out though. Like we can we are we really gonna sit up here and say that?
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. That's hold on, wait. That's the wait. This is the one point where we can make a distinct difference. When it comes to when you're talking about like using named attacks, or using special things, sure, you could say that somebody wasn't able to use those things, but it wasn't because they were not going all out. If you don't have a chance, or if you don't get the opportunity to use your best attack, it doesn't mean that you were not trying your best. It's simply because he was being overwhelmed. I believe from what I saw, that's Akainu was going all out. It was just because he faced Whitebeard. Now, if you face somebody else that was closer to his level, a little bit closer, because Whitebeard wasn't like fucking 15 levels above him, but if it was a little bit closer, yes, we could have saw more of Akainu's repertoire, more of his inventory, more things that he could do, but he was being overwhelmed. It wasn't that he was not trying, he was being overwhelmed. Now, we know for sure that Akainu can do better, bro. Of course he can do better. In that situation, it was too much.
Bro, if he could do better, then he was not going all out.
Right, but here's the thing. Let me ask you guys this. You put any stock into the fact that Akainu said stop destroying Marineford and Whitebeard said to protect it? Which
I do. I don't put
what?
Which insinuates that Akainu was like he wasn't trying to destroy Marineford. Like he was trying to. The attacks he was using was more compact attacks that's going to be destructive. But I don't think those were his best.
But wait, Brago. When did Akainu tell him that though? Was it after Whitebeard did the earthquake that split the whole island in half? Was it then that he told him that? Because I really like I don't remember, but you can guess, or you can make the educated guess that the Marines were trying to protect Marineford because there's citizens on the island where the citizens live there. I believe that they said they evacuated the island before Whitebeard and company got there, but still, it's still a place where people live. And I mean, like,
bro, Akainu's about to kill Kobe. He don't give a damn about that goddamn
word. Nah, but dog, come on, bro. You feel me? This is the thing. This is the thing. Like, bro, we know Whitebeard wasn't going all out because he didn't want to kill his own family.
Exactly.
That's straight up off the rip. He said it himself.
I don't know. Luffy almost died in that crater, bro.
No, but you feel me though? Like Whitebeard, dog, he did not want to hurt his own family.
Wait, but after Ace was rescued, he said he was gonna sink the entire island.
But I guess they're talking about before Ace was rescued. But I guess
after Ace.
Before Ace was rescued,
they're kind of fight versus.
He definitely said that he was that he was holding back because he didn't want to hurt Ace. He didn't want to hurt the rest of his crewmates.
Yeah.
But afterwards. That's afterwards he did the punch, so I can't.
Huh?
I said afterwards, right?
I'm just saying that it's very clear that literally 99% of this arc was just as we're saying. But that one scenario, that one point where he was fighting a Whitebeard, Akainu, that's the one thing where we cannot say that he was not trying. There is no way we can't say that.
No, we're not. See, that's the thing, Grim. Whenever I say, hold up, Matt. Hold up. Whenever we say, oh, yeah, they weren't going all out, people automatically assume, oh, you're saying they're not trying. It's like, we're not really saying that. It's like you're saying, oh, you're not happy, so you must be sad. It's like, no, there are other emotions. There are other things in between, right? So if I'm saying he's not going all out, right, I'm not saying he's not trying. I'm saying he's trying, but he's not going at 100%. I'm saying he's going maybe 60%, 70%.
But Skate, that's what I'm saying. No, Skate, I understand that he's not an extreme. What I'm saying is that in this scenario, this one scenario, I got you. I agree with that. I'm just saying that, like, in this scenario, from what we saw, there's no way we can say that, bro. And that's what I'm trying to clarify. That, like, let's say you're in a fight, right? You're in a fist fight, right? And you know that you got that strong ass right hook, bro. But if this nigga's faster than you, and you're sitting there trying to jab with him, trying to get in the chance to get in there to get that right hook there, you're trying your best to get that hook because you know it's gonna clean him. But if you don't get the chance to do it, it doesn't mean that you weren't trying. It doesn't mean you weren't doing your fucking best. It doesn't mean you weren't going out. You were doing it. You just didn't get a chance to do that.
That's what I'm saying. If you're trying to get to set up the hook, you just can't do it. That don't mean you're not.
If you don't get the hook, if you don't complete the hook, that doesn't mean that you weren't trying.
But you're still trying to do it, so you're trying. You're going.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, you're going all out.
I got a better example. Yo, Brago, let me use this one. It's a Naruto reference. We know Guy, he's always trying his hardest, but he was never going all out because he never opened the 8 gates when he wrecked Madara in that shit.
Facts.
It's going all out.
Facts.
That's going all out. You feel me?
Yeah.
But he never went all out before.
Okay, but let's question that scenario. Yeah, let's question that scenario. Did anybody ever in the series fight Guy like Madara did? Did anybody ever in the series present an issue to Guy like Madara did? Nobody did.
Kisame.
No. He fought him and was able to beat him with the help of 2 other niggas, bro. Like that's what I'm telling you.
I think I know what Griff's trying to say. Like they have to be put in a position to be able to go all out.
Okay, what is the argument? Okay, look. Can we just agree with this? Akainu versus Whitebeard, he didn't go all out. Or he didn't use his full power against Aokiji. There's no room to say that he didn't, because look at the example that was left. I'm not gonna say that the dude went all out or that he was fighting full power when the island had no reflection of anything that we saw on Punk Hazard. It had nothing of that sort.
Thank you.
But you can't say that.
That doesn't work, bro. Because that would imply that Aokiji gave Akainu a tougher fight than Whitebeard did in that instant.
I would definitely agree with that. I would definitely agree and say that that Aokiji gave Akainu a tougher fight than Whitebeard did. I would bar none. I agree with that.
That's like dead ass, bro. The second most preposterous thing I've ever heard you say.
No, Grim. They couldn't go all out. They couldn't go all out because they had people around them that they wasn't trying to hurt. You feel me? They wasn't trying to have. See, Akainu.
Exactly. That's why I was talking about the position people are in. Like it's a war. You can't just sit there and go all out. Like you just can't.
Wallow, it was not about taking out the island. I understand that the consequences of their attacks could do something on that scale. What I'm saying is that in the scenario that Akainu was in, fighting Whitebeard, it was life or death. Regardless of the end result, what we actually saw it to be, in the fight, it was life or death, bro. So he he did everything he could to survive. Everything he possibly could, he did it. That's going all out. That's everything he can.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question to everybody, to the panel here. Okay, I'm gonna just ask a question real quick. So if you were to take Whitebeard at Marineford, right? Everyone listening?
Yep.
Yeah. You take Whitebeard at Marineford. You put him in a 1v1 battle with Aokiji. You put him in a 1v1 battle with Akainu. You put him in a 1v1 battle with Kizaru. Who do y'all have winning each of those 1v1s? Let's just say this is
no. Whitebeard at full capabilities or the one we saw?
This is White. This is White. Look. This is Whitebeard at Marineford, old, sick, and dying. Do you?
So he has random heart attacks?
Yes. We're talking about that.
So he loses.
Whitebeard that he saw. Oh, exactly. Thank you.
He didn't lose to Akainu.
Thank you, bro.
He didn't lose to Akainu.
That was only because of plot. He
did not lose to Akainu. So that's incorrect.
That was because of plot. He was kneeling down doing nothing. He could have took his head off.
Exactly. Akainu could have blasted Whitebeard away, bro. He was standing over this nigga while he bended over, grabbing his chest, bro. Like, bro,
he just took his head off.
You think that this dude is just gonna sit there and chill?
Did you not read the panels? He did everything he possibly could.
No, we're not talking about that time, Grim. That's afterwards. You talking about when he got a heart attack. He had a heart attack. He was kneeling down.
I am talking about the fight, because after that, he had a heart attack. He still was fighting. Then he fought Akainu. This nigga fought Akainu with all the had to do and beat Akainu, bro. No, I'm talking about the fight. The nigga fought Akainu and did not lose.
Yo, wait a second. Let me say this again too. So I don't want to sit up here and downplay the Admirals at all. Whenever Akainu took that punch, right? That punch did not finish him off. He literally was still like he fell down to the sea, right? But he literally was up. Like I think it was a chapter later or 2 chapters later, and the dude is fighting all of those other captains, right? I'm not gonna like say that he's going, 1v14, because obviously in a real scenario, if Marco and Vista are all fighting, like all out, so to say, then he's not doing that.
Using their full capabilities, right?
Right.
He didn't do that.
No, that's bullshit.
He didn't do that anyway.
What the fuck?
Wait, so you're telling?
Wait.
No. I said, bro, did you not just hear what I said, Grim? I don't think you're listening, bro. I said that if Marco and Vista were to be fighting seriously against Akainu in that scenario, like right now, per se, or in a scenario that's not Marineford, they win that fight 100 times out of 100. There's no.
You are making imaginary situations. Why were they not serious?
Bro, are you?
Where was the smile on Vista and Marco's face? Where was that smile?
Nigga, I did not say that they weren't serious.
Were they not tasked with holding off Akainu? Why would you play with Akainu if you're tasked with holding him off? You have 14 niggas.
When did I say that they were playing with him? Grim, if you really think, look,
Wait,
Grim, this is all I'm gonna say. Wait, no, wait a second. This is all I'm gonna say, Grim. If you think that that the right hand man. And what is Vista, the fourth in command at this point? So according to like the little Yonko,
he's above Mihawk.
So look, essentially, right? Essentially, what you would have is a category and snack versus an admiral, and I'm taking category and snack versus the admiral. I don't know about you, just me personally. And then look. But we're talking about Marco and Vista plus 14 other people or plus 12 other people or something like that, right? Because they were fighting with almost 14, yes, something like that. And that's why I say we can't go with Marineford, because if you take that fight and you put that fight into terms right now, and it were to happen, Akainu's losing that fight.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
How can you say that when 14 of them tried to stop him from getting to Luffy? That means that they were trying to stop him, not allow him to advance, make him halt, and they could not do it. Other people had to intervene.
This is why you gotta read the manga. He didn't do anything to Marco or Vista. He called him reinforcements started coming.
He literally ran.
They attacked him and they did not stop him,
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
what did he do to them?
You guys think Context can fight Katakuri and Snack and win?
But listen to Grimm's logic. If they attacked him and did not stop him, what the hell is the Straw Hat gonna do?
Listen, his goal was to capture Luffy. His goal was going past him. He wasn't doing that. He started.
So Marco, Vista, and the rest of these niggas stopped Akainu. Is that what you're saying that happened in the manga? That they stopped Akainu?
He called in reinforcements. You can see in the panel he was pointing. Reinforcements came. He did not go at them by themselves.
Those 14 guys that initiated the attack did not stop Akainu.
The anime made Akainu look like the Terminator. He's not the Terminator in the manga.
He kind of was, bro.
when
Brago,
these niggas were not stopping him, bro.
He ran through Marco and Vista. He didn't.
In the actual scenario that happened, why wouldn't in a different scenario they be able to do it? I understand in a 1v1 fight where there's no escaping, when there's no other task or goal, it's a different situation. That's fine.
The same.
What we're talking about is two commanders, because he mentioned two commanders, just two of them,
bro. The same
fighting Akainu. There's no reason why they would win.
I'll give you an answer, Grim. I'll give you an answer why.
No, he said all 14 people.
Wait a second. Yeah, we're talking about two commanders plus 14 other commanders, or however other many commanders there were. But anyways, look. The same reason why Vista and Mihawk's battle didn't finish. The same reason why Kizaru and Marco's battle didn't finish is the same reason that you can apply to this, because it's Marineford and we shouldn't put that much faith into it. Simple as that.
Okay, Matt, I agree with that, just like I mentioned earlier, but don't come and use this evidence to try to convince me of a certain point. There's nothing that tells me that this nigga was not fucking trying against Whitebeard. Nothing says that.
We never said he's not trying, bro. We never said
that he's not trying. You're saying
nothing says that he was not going everything that he could do against Whitebeard. Nothing.
Yes, it does. A lot is showing that.
Because he didn't do those magma fists that he threw into the air. Because he didn't do that.
No, not because of that. I mean, but hey, go ahead and add fuel to the add fuel to the argument.
So if you don't use every move in your repertoire against somebody, then you're not trying. You're not doing your hardest 100%.
No, bro.
And Whitebeard wasn't going all out. Akainu wasn't going all out.
Whitebeard couldn't go all out. He was sticking that.
Did Luffy do an elephant Gatling at Flamingo?
No, but he did a King Kong gun.
But did he do an elephant Gatling at Flamingo?
He did a King Kong gun. That's the strongest.
But did he do an elephant?
We've seen him.
No. I'm asking you, did he do an elephant Gatling?
Why are you asking if he did an elephant Gatling? That's not his strongest attack.
It doesn't matter. That's part of his repertoire. And what you mentioned was that if he didn't do everything in his repertoire, he wasn't going 100%. That's incorrect. Because we've seen Luffy go 100% and not use every move that he has. Did he do a storm against Flamingo?
That's not going 100%. He didn't have to. Look. Grim.
Nothing has changed, Matt. Nothing has changed.
Grim. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm really not. Because if you can't see that Akainu wasn't going all out, I don't know what else there needs to be said. We can just go on and move on about this point because you're the only one that feels that feels on that side. I mean, you got this dude.
He was definitely going all out.
After we saw, well, you're another person, Mr. Devil. So you got this dude on Punk Hazard. He changed the landscape of the island. Now, would you say that he's going all out right there? Like he's doing okay. So my thing is the landscape was not changed from any attack because of what Akainu did. The only thing that was changed because of an attack that he did was Whitebeard's chest and the ice.
Luffy didn't use a King Kong gun against Cracker. Was he not going all out?
Well, the anime says otherwise.
The anime isn't canon. Stop.
Man, they showing us what happened 11 hours later, man. Come on, bro. That shit canon.
That shit ain't canon.
That shit not canon.
No,
I rest my point, bro. You don't have to use everything that you have in your repertoire. You don't have to do all the damage you do in another fight to be going all out. Akainu was going everything he possibly could that he was allowed to do, that he was permitted to do against Whitebeard in that fight. He was being overwhelmed, so he couldn't pull out everything in his hat trick. He could not.
He could not, but he got up literally.
And Whitebeard snuck Akainu anyways.
Yeah, Whitebeard snuck Akainu. He came literally right behind him. So I mean, what are we really arguing here? He wasn't going all out. If you really,
no, he was going.
No, I don't think he was going all out. And I just refuse to. I refuse to say that. You can't.
That's fine, but once again, I'm not talking about all of Marineford. Like I mentioned earlier, 99% of Marineford is exactly how we're mentioning it. Yes, there were clashes, and they were not 100% fights. But this one fight, this one fight.
None of the Admirals can beat Whitebeard post time skip.
None of the Admirals can beat Whitebeard post time skip.
I mean pre-time skip. My bad.
What do you mean, stick Whitebeard?
I disagree. I disagree with that.
I mean, if you're having heart attacks in the middle of a fight, bro.
Yeah, he's losing to the Admiral.
This nigga died standing up, bro. You ain't fucking with this nigga.
What does that have to do? He was getting heart attacks on his knees. What does that have to do with anything?
He was still fighting.
Because Akainu could have took off his head. Instead, he chose to hit him in the stomach.
That's that nigga fault.
Exactly.
Nah, he has a point.
That's plot.
They can't beat him 1v1 pre-time skip.
I think
if he's not having heart attacks and he's not as sick,
I don't know. I don't think
he'll probably beat them.
Okay, so do y'all think that Whitebeard was the strongest person in the world at that point?
No.
No.
Nah, Big Mom is stronger.
There were three stronger niggas. There's probably two or three stronger niggas stronger than him. I would say Whitebeard. My bad.
He was OP with that fruit, bro.
Shanks.
He was OP with that fruit, bro.
I say that Kaido. I say Kaido, Shanks, and possibly like all three of the other Yonko. I would say were probably stronger than him. I couldn't see him beating them in a.
I don't know about Kaido.
No.
He was revered as the strongest man until he died. So he was.
Nah, nigga.
So he was still the strongest with half a face?
Nigga, he was dying at that point. But until that point, he was revered.
Yeah, exactly. You just made my point. So he was dying all throughout Marineford. He was not the strongest.
I think he was stronger than Kaido and maybe Shanks or Big Mom, but one of them was stronger than him.
to bring him there.
Big Mom.
Even though they listen.
I honestly think it's Big Mom. I think Big Mom was stronger than him.
Bro, I don't
Hold on. Even at the beginning of Marineford, they showed it clearly. Marco was saying, "Oh, this is not the Whitebeard I know. What's going on? Why is he letting this guy hit him?
And he was still
Why is this happening?" Everybody was saying it. He wasn't winning. He was getting heart attacks and getting his chest pushed in and getting dodged by.
Bro, did you watch the arc, bro? What are you talking about?
No, I think you haven't watched out. All right, let's look. All right, let's look. Hold on. Let's look what. Hold on. Let's look what he did the whole Marineford. He came in. He beat up some fodder giant, and then he tried to fight Akioji, and then he got dodged. He's about to get stabbed, and then Josh also had to stop him. Then after Kizaru was messing him up, then he got his chest pushed in. Then he snuck Akiane. That's all he did. He didn't do anything else.
Bro, you can't sneak a nigga in a war. I'm sorry. It's a free for all.
I mean, you can. It's just not like a dishonorable tactic.
Yeah, it's a free for all, bro. And you can sneak a
nigga.
nigga.
It's not dishonorable, but that's what happened. He still snuck him.
It's only a bad thing when the good guys do it. That's what the fan base thinks.
I don't know about that, but
because look, Katakuri does nothing but sneak people, and no one ever talks about that.
Yeah, he does. He did sneak Luffy. You're right about that.
No. Katakuri went straight at Pedro, Jinbai, and all of them.
I'm talking about he snuck Luffy. That's what I said. He snuck Luffy.
He tried to sneak Sanji. He snuck Luffy again when he stuck him with the mochi. He tried to sneak Caesar, but Ichiji stopped.
I don't know if it's sneaking when you're about to take something that somebody's trying to defend.
Exactly.
Assume an attack is coming. So
maybe he's assuming that Pedro and Jinbei can handle it.
Okay.
He snuck.
Man, I ain't debating with Matt in a minute, bro. What's good, nigga?
What's up?
What's good, nigga?
Oh, what's good, man? What's good?
Okay.
Hey, take Rogers in the first round, bro.
Nah, I took him in the third.
Nigga, ain't you in Texas too, bro? You straight?
Yeah, I'm in Texas, bro. Really, the only place that's like really like messed up is Houston. Like everybody is saying, like Texas is messed up. It's not Texas, it's Houston. Houston's like underwater. Like for real.
You saying Houston looks like Atlantis right now?
It's underwater.
I mean, yeah, that's
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's like okay, let me tell y'all how bad it is. The only way that you can get into Houston right now is if you have a boat. Y'all think I'm kidding? Like they're not letting people into Houston. Like on the outskirts, they're not letting you in unless you have a boat. And it's mainly for people like to come, like do rescues and all of that stuff. But yeah, man, it's wild out here. We're out there, like, and then the people that's like riding in boats, they kind of like put a hold on that because all of the people that's like, waiting for boats and stuff, and just people that's like waiting for somebody to come save them. A lot of them is like robbing people. Taking their boats and like dipping out on them. Like it's crazy, man. It's wild. Like,
yeah, that's sad though.
Damn, bro, you still a boat, bro. There's some pirates out here for real.
Like to stream people. I'm gonna stream again in like an hour and a half, but I gotta go focus on this draft.
Shout out Big Baller, bro.
Catch y'all next later. Peace.
Yo ho.